Thank you so much. Now, next up, let's call upon the stage another beautiful lady who will be talking about she wants to talk about so many things out here. The printers from LV Latex and Textile HP India Strategic Accounts Manager. Let's quickly call Anita DJ. Everyone! Hello.
Good morning, everyone. Just setting up my deck. Indeed, I would like to first begin with a big thank you to all of you. I hope I'm audible. Okay, I would like to thank all of you for taking time out this Saturday morning and spending time with us in this interesting forum to share your thoughts and ideas. I would like to thank Ambika and her team at India Entrepreneur for giving us HP an opportunity to be here and present during this forum. Ambika, indeed, your journey is interesting and inspiring. Hats off to you. Right, so without much further ado, I would like to take maybe around 10 minutes to talk about HP and the technology that we have in printing with being future-ready prints with sustainability as a business enabler. Okay, just a slide about HP. I'm sure most of you out here know about HP. It's a technology behemoth based in the US. And we at HP truly believe that one thoughtful idea has the power to change the world. So HP has a diverse portfolio which covers products right from desktops, laptops, workstations, and the entire gamut of printers right from inkjet, deskjets, large format as well as 3D printers. Now, talking about HP Latex from where I belong to, myself and my colleagues Santosh and Mandar are out here representing HP Large Format. What we do at HP Large Format is basically we empower our print service providers to create premium spaces, curate these spaces for their customers, and transform businesses by creating their best work possible. How do we do this? Basically, our offerings are essentially pivoted on 3 innovation pillars that we talk about: stunning, streamlined, and sustainable solutions. So basically, we have the best print outputs created and help the PSPs to have a controlled workflow to ensure that there is standardization of the print outputs across different geographies. I was talking to some of the brands out here where they say that the main pain point that they have is to ensure that they're getting the same brand output, the same brand colors across the geography. So that is something that we enable our PSPs by creating a workflow with the softwares that we have in our machines. And obviously not compromising on our core DNA, which is sustainability. We do not compromise on that at all. Over the years, we have seen the market, over the years, we have seen the market rising with applications, with high-value applications across sectors of vehicle graphics, wall decor, retail, exhibitions, etc. So how does a brand stand out using these varied applications? I mean, a brand has to stand out in all the noise, the chaos, and the brightness that exists today. Every brand manager, I'm aware, would essentially need to build a brand with a purpose and build trust within their customers, a tangible trust, and create experiences for their customer. So basically, they need to defend what they stand for, constantly engage with their customers, and make sure that their customers feel wowed. And this is what we enable customers and our PSPs to achieve. Well, just the 3 points that I would like to talk about is basically every brand manager today, or every brand needs to have the tenacity to cope up with the growing consumer demand, also aligning to ethical practices and building a core identity for themselves with tangible advantages over the competitors. Keeping all this in mind, with sustainability as a non-negotiable brand pillar. This slide talks about some of the data points given by the research which says that sustainable printing market has been growing with a CAGR of over 9% year on year. This has been driven by increasing urbanization, industrialization, and environmental awareness. This is also driving companies to invest and innovate in environmental friendly products. I would like to talk about 2 data points which would talk more about this trend. So there's a study by Deloitte which is being published which says in across Europe and UK, retailers see that shifting to sustainable products has had a positive effect on their brand and reputation. So retailers are also shifting to sustainable products used within their store. As a case in point, Target, which is a large format retail store in the US, they have shifted to using cardboard as for some of their signages in store rather than PVC-based plastic material. And some of the sustainable solutions are actually much more economic as compared to the non-sustainable products that were used earlier. Moving closer home, in India, we see micro trends edging towards conscious consumption, where there is a demand for eco-friendly products, especially when it comes to product packaging. There are a lot of local brands or neighborhood brands which are sprouting up, and these brands are more sensitive to the environment. They are more sensitive towards using green solutions. Companies nowadays are opting for green deliveries or EV vehicles like tempos and bikes for their last mile deliveries. Well, we see that, we all know that India's GDP has been growing around 7% year on year. What this means is typically it is creating a group of aspirational consumers which is demanding more of luxury goods, electronics, and durables without compromising on the price. Due to the increase in disposable income, families are spending on all these luxury and premium brands. We also see a rise of Bharat. When I mean Bharat, that is the large format retailers and quick service retails which are coming up in Tier B and Tier C cities across India. Also, now when it comes to millennials and Gen Z, who are the main purchase pockets now that we see, they are not making a compromise on the quality. They choose quality over price. And they are very sensitive about the environment. Now, over the years, we have seen that media consumption has been changing. The way media was used for branding has changed over the last decade. I will take a few minutes to talk about a very, very unique way of branding that was done as a campaign, as an experiment. So in Netherlands, I would say a couple of years back, in 2 cities, there were these plain billboards which were put up on the streets, just plain yellow and red billboards which were put up on the streets. These were not just ordinary billboards, but they were actually the world's first scented billboards, which were actually having the aroma of French fries. Any guesses as to which brand this could be? Right, absolutely. So McDonald's had done this campaign in Netherlands where they had infused the aroma of French fries within these billboards. So the passers-by who were moving around 10 to 15 feet of radius within those boards actually felt the urge to move to the closest McDonald's and grab a meal for themselves. Isn't it an interesting way of communicating your brand messaging? I have one more example on similar lines. So a large petrol station chain in Europe, they had these mini marts attached to their fueling stations. So they actually pumped in the smell of coffee into their mini marts. And they saw, you won't believe it, the increase of 300% of people actually went and purchased coffees when they entered their mini marts, right? So that is an interesting and very, very unique way of branding, I would say. So, yeah, and I mean, apart from these examples, there's also studies done by Nike, which says that they actually pump in the smell of fresh sneakers into their stores, and which actually increases the intent of purchase of their customers to around 80%, right? So why was I talking about this? So basically, HP Latex inks is odorless inks. We talk about this as an important point because we feel that aroma or odor is a very important marketing asset. So print should not disrupt this marketing asset at all. Not just retail or visual merchandising, I would also talk about office spaces or commercial spaces, where there has been studies which have been published which says that the workforce isn't happy if the indoor air quality is not up to the mark, or the branding within their offices is emitting some sort of a smell or some sort of a gas which is being emitted. And there has been studies done by OSHA which says that around $15 billion have been lost over the years because of bad indoor air quality. Hence, we at HP talk about these important parameters as our USPs. So amongst the many certifications that we have, we encourage all the brands to actually stand with us or stand with HP Latex as being the most certified technology. The technologies that I would like to talk about here is basically EPEAT Gold. So HP Latex is the only printer which has the EPEAT Gold certification. That means that the hardware, the print hardware itself is made from recycled plastic. When we talk about water-based inks, it is certified by UL with Ecologo and GreenGuard Gold. Apart from that, there are many other advantages, like even the cartridges are made with cartons and not plastic. So these are the advantages that we have. And HP also empowers PSPs by making them evangelists of sustainability. We give them certain advantages, and we enable them by giving them a sustainability amplifier program. So these are some of the advantages that I would have, and I would want to end here by saying that we continue to resonate the words stated by our founders, Bill and Dave, where we have always built the trends, and we are not followers of the trend, we actually create the trends by making sure that we have a competitive advantage by doing the right thing at the worst time, or when people are not expecting it. So I would like to end there. Thank you. And I would be around for the day. So I would like to connect with each of you and know about your stories and share thoughts and ideas with you all. I would like to